The four biggest things Star Trek fans want in 2025. As Star Trek enters 2025, there remain four big things fans want. 2025 marks the 59th year since Star Trek, the original series, premiered on NBC, and the franchise on Paramount Plus is transitioning into a limited number of Star Trek currently scheduled for the year. Only one series, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds Season 3, and the first Star Trek streaming movie, Star Trek: Section 31, are known to premiere on Paramount Plus in 2025. While Strange New Worlds remains popular and takes Star Trek Discovery's place as Paramount Plus' new flagship Star Trek series, the franchise has ended 4 of the 5 shows that sparked a new Star Trek renaissance from 2017 to 2024. Star Trek Picard ended its 3-season run in 2023, and both Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Lower Decks wrapped their respective 5-season cycles on Paramount Plus in 2024. In 2023, Paramount Plus also abruptly canceled Star Trek Prodigy, which was then ported over to Netflix after a passionate fan campaign. Meanwhile, Star Trek Starfleet Academy is filming 2 back-to-back seasons in Toronto, with Season 1 potentially debuting in 2026 or even possibly late 2025. The next Star Trek series is reinventing the storied school that Starfleet officers attend and continuing the distant 32nd century of Star Trek Discovery. Yet even with all this new Star Trek on the way, fans have been continuously vocal about the Star Trek they want, and their calls to action look to continue in 2025. Star Trek fans' desire for Star Trek Legacy has not abated. Star Trek Picard Season 3 was easily the most well-received season of the Patrick Stewart-led series. Thanks to the long-awaited reunion of Star Trek, the Next Generation's cast, and brilliant writing led by showrunner Terry Matalas, Picard Season 3 also ranks as one of the most celebrated Star Trek events since the Star Trek on Paramount Plus era began. Picard Season 3's ending set up a continuation about the USS Enterprise G, commanded by Captain 7 of 9, Jerry Ryan. Unfortunately, Star Trek Legacy was not on Paramount Plus' agenda, and the streamer didn't move forward with the Star Trek Picard sequel series. Despite the vocal support from not just fans but Star Trek Picard's actors like Todd Stashwick, Jonathan Frakes, and Jerry Ryan, as well as Picard's producing team, Star Trek Legacy still isn't on the horizon. Nevertheless, hope springs eternal, and the continuation of Star Trek Picard's 25th century remains something both fans and Star Trek's talent ardently want. Netflix needs to renew Star Trek Prodigy. Netflix saving Star Trek Prodigy in 2023 was a triumph for the beloved all-ages animated series and its passionate fan base, who twice rented an airplane to fly over Los Angeles to promote the show. Netflix gave fans a Merry Christmas in 2023 by premiering all 20 episodes of Star Trek Prodigy Season 1. On July 1, 2024, all 20 episodes of the acclaimed Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 premiered on Netflix in the largest single drop of Star Trek episodes ever. Like Star Trek Picard, Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 ended with a brilliant setup for Season 3. However, the calendar turned to 2025 with no word from Netflix on renewing Star Trek Prodigy for Season 3. Before 2024 ended, Star Trek Prodigy executive producer Aaron J. Waltke urged fans on social media to continue binging the series to help boost its viewing numbers. Evidently, Netflix still has not made a decision about continuing Star Trek Prodigy. After the effort to bring Star Trek Prodigy to Netflix, ending the show now would be a crushing disappointment to the most passionate supporters of a modern Star Trek series. But hopefully, Netflix will let the USS Prodigy fly again. For decades, Star Trek has been more than a series of TV shows and movies. It's been a cultural touchstone, inspiring generations of fans with its vision of exploration, diversity, and hope. As we boldly go into 2025, the fandom has never been more vibrant or vocal. With multiple Star Trek series currently airing and a thriving fan base around the globe, there are clear signals about what Trekkies and truckers are yearning for. Here are the 4 biggest things Star Trek fans want in 2025. 1. A new Star Trek movie that honors the franchise's spirit. The cinematic side of Star Trek has had its ups and downs. While the reboot films, Star Trek Into Darkness and Beyond, brought the series back to the big screen, many fans felt that they leaned too heavily on action and spectacle, sacrificing the franchise's deeper philosophical themes. In 2025, fans are clamoring for a movie that captures the heart of Star Trek: thoughtful storytelling, moral dilemmas, and a focus on teamwork and diplomacy. There's also a desire for this movie to bridge the gap between new and old audiences. Perhaps a storyline that ties together characters from different timelines, imagine Captain Pike meeting Captain Picard, or a crossover between Discovery's Michael Burnham and Lower Decks' quirky Ensign Mariner. Fans want to see the franchise take bold risks while staying true to its roots. 2. A revival or continuation of fan-favorite series. If there's one thing Star Trek fans love, it's nostalgia with a twist of new life. The resurgence of Star Trek, Picard proved how eager fans are to reconnect with beloved characters like Jean-Luc Picard, 7 of 9, and Data. Now, many are asking, what about Deep Space Nine or Voyager? 2025 could be the perfect time to revisit the richly developed characters of these shows. A limited series exploring Captain Sisko's return from the Prophets, or a movie detailing Janeway's post-Voyager career as an admiral would generate massive excitement. Fans also want to see the next chapter of these stories handled with care, exploring how these iconic characters have evolved while weaving in the complex themes that made the original shows so compelling. 3. More inclusive storytelling and representation. One of Star Trek's most enduring legacies is its commitment to diversity and inclusion. From the original series' groundbreaking casting of Nichelle Nichols as Uhura to the more recent inclusion of LGBTQ+ characters in Discovery and Strange New Worlds, the franchise has always been ahead of its time. But fans in 2025 are pushing for even more. Fans want deeper exploration of cultures, identities, and experiences that reflect the vastness of humanity and alien kind. They're asking for better representation of non-binary and disabled characters, as well as a broader exploration of diverse alien species beyond their usual roles as enemies or allies. There's also growing interest in telling stories from new perspectives, like a series centered on the Klingon Empire or a deep dive into Cardassian politics. The success of shows like Lower Decks and Prodigy proves that Star Trek can tell fresh stories in unexpected formats. Fans are excited for the franchise to keep experimenting with genres and styles that celebrate its core message: infinite diversity and infinite combinations. 4. A larger shared universe with deeper crossovers. The idea of a shared universe isn't new to Star Trek, but fans in 2025 are ready for the franchise to lean into it even more. With multiple shows on air, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, Prodigy, and Picard, there's incredible potential for crossovers that could bring these stories together in exciting ways. Fans are imagining scenarios where animated characters like Boimler and Mariner interact with live-action crews, or where Captain Burnham's future-era Starfleet collaborates with Pike's 23rd century crew through a temporal anomaly. These crossovers wouldn't just be fan service, they'd be opportunities to explore how the principles of Star Trek transcend time, space, and format. A particularly ambitious idea floated by fans is a Star Trek event series akin to Marvel's Avengers, where characters from all corners of the franchise unite to face a universe-spanning threat. Whether it's a Borg invasion or a galaxy-wide scientific mystery, fans want to see the shared universe fully realized, connecting past, present, and future in a way that celebrates everything Star Trek stands for. Looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, as Star Trek continues to inspire and evolve, the wishes of its fans remain rooted in the franchise's ethos of hope, curiosity, and unity. A new movie, a return of fan-favorite characters, greater representation, and a deeper shared universe are just some of the things fans are looking forward to in 2025. Ultimately, the best Star Trek stories are the ones that challenge us to think, dream, and aspire to something greater. With the right mix of innovation and respect for its legacy, the future of Star Trek looks